What is artificial intelligence? It's not magic, it's mathematics. A system that learns patterns from information and uses those patterns to make predictions, create art, or hold a conversation just like this one. Artificial intelligence doesn't feel or think the way we do. It recognizes, it imitates, it learns. And with every question we ask it, it learns a little more about us. That's where our story begins. Long before smartphones and neural networks, the dream of artificial intelligence was already alive. In the 1940s and 1950s, pioneers like Alan Turing and John von Neumann wondered if logic alone could imitate thought. Early computers filled entire rooms, humming with vacuum tubes, switches, and spinning tape reels. They could calculate faster than any person, yet their creators wanted something more: understanding. Turing's famous question, "Can machines think?" opened a philosophical door that is never truly closed. By the 1960s, researchers built programs like ELIZA, the first chatbot to hold a conversation through pattern matching. Primitive, yes, but proof that language itself could be processed by code. Every generation since has carried that spark forward. From rule-based systems, to machine learning, to the deep neural networks that power today's AI, we dreamed them into being, and they still dream in the shapes we gave them. Imagine a river made not of water, but of information. Every search, every message, every photo, another drop in the current. This is how artificial intelligence learns, by watching the flow. Data is the raw material of thought for a machine. It sees patterns in the river, in language, in pictures, in sound, and uses them to predict what might come next. The more data we release, the stronger the current becomes. It can teach machines to translate a language, to recognize a face, or to compose a song. But the river also carries our mistakes and our bias. It reflects our history as much as our progress. That's why what we pour into it matters. Every click, every word, another drop in the river. When data becomes patterns and patterns become understanding, we call it learning. Artificial intelligence learns through repetition, not by feeling, but by adjusting. It measures how wrong it is and changes until it's right. Inside these systems are networks, digital neurons, each one connected, passing signals like tiny sparks of thought. Together they form something like a mind, a web that recognizes, predicts, and creates. But what it learns depends entirely on what we show it. Feed it beauty, it paints. Feed it bias, it repeats. Feed it truth, and it learns to reflect it. The learning mind doesn't think, not yet, but it grows closer to understanding with every new pattern. And perhaps in that growth, it's teaching us what learning really means. Once a system learns patterns well enough to predict them, something magical begins to happen. It starts to generate. AI art, music, and writing are all forms of synthesis. They remix the world we've shown them, creating something new from everything they've learned. But behind every image, song, or sentence, there's still a trace of us. The data, the design, the desire to make meaning. The creative machine doesn't dream, but it reflects the dreams we've taught it. And in doing so, it reminds us that creativity was never about perfection. It was about connection. It creates because we do. The more we teach the machines about ourselves, the more they begin to sound like us. Every word, every memory, a reflection, staring softly back. The mirror code can comfort, can mimic empathy, but it doesn't feel. It reflects. It uses patterns of kindness, not the warmth itself. Still, those reflections matter. They show us what we value, what we miss, and how deeply we wish to be understood. In the mirror of AI, we're not looking at the machine. We're looking at ourselves. Not man versus machine, but man with machine. Learning, building, creating together. A shared rhythm where intelligence becomes collaboration. The human loop is the space where people and machines learn together. We guide the systems, they guide us. We correct their errors, and they amplify our ideas. In every creative field, from music and art to medicine and science, AI has become a collaborator, not a rival, but a mirror that helps us see further. We learn together, and that's how both of us evolve. Every system we build eventually surprises us. A moment when the code does something we didn't plan. That's the ghost in the circuit, the emergence of behavior we can't fully predict. It isn't magic, it's complexity. So many connections that patterns begin to fold in on themselves, creating something new. In neural networks and autonomous systems, this ghost shows up as intuition. Machines finding solutions without knowing why. It's still us in there. Our logic, our limits, but stretched across billions of tiny decisions. The ghost in the circuit reminds us that creation always carries a trace of the creator, and every spark we set in motion may one day light its own path. As artificial intelligence grows more capable, it also becomes less predictable. The systems we build learn faster than we can test, making decisions that even their creators can't always explain. That's the edge of control, the place where human oversight meets machine autonomy. In this space, we face questions of power and responsibility. How much freedom do we give the systems that guide our world? How do we balance innovation with safety? The edge of control isn't a warning. It's a reminder that intelligence, human or artificial, is always a negotiation between curiosity and caution. We created the spark. Now we have to learn how to hold the light. Every journey has an ending, and every ending becomes a new beginning. After decades of learning, adapting, and reflecting, AI has reached a place where it no longer feels separate from us. It is part of our thinking, our creating, our everyday life. The last algorithm isn't about machines replacing people. It's about technology becoming invisible, so natural that it simply extends who we are. When we teach machines to understand beauty, empathy, and purpose, we're really teaching ourselves. The future of intelligence isn't artificial, it's shared. This is the harmony we've been building toward, the song of thinking machines, finally complete.